Hello, how are you? My name's Samantha and this is day 2 of my Christmas in July vlogs. It is Sunday the 2nd, and on child-free weekends on Sundays I don't get dressed, so you've got me in my pyjamas with the cute puppy on. I promise I do get dressed most of the time. Sundays I do not. Anyway, here we are, day 2, and let's see what I've been up to. So I started off with my 8 rows on my blanket. I'll show you the blanket, then I'll show you the pattern. So this is where we are. And I don't know if you can see, this is Santa's beard. He's got a little bubble nose, little bubble stitch for a nose. So cute. I think tomorrow I'm probably going to try and do more than 8 rows, because that would finish off this pink section. So the pattern is, sorry, I'll show you the picture first. There we go. That will be the final pattern. The pattern is called HoHoHo blanket. Well, it's just called HoHoHo. It's just called HoHoHo. It's by Rosina Plain, and it was a Cal at Christmas time, and I bought the pack for it. So we have fuchsia purple, white, empire and aspen, and I don't think you can get the pack for it anymore. I should really check that. I don't know if you can get the pack for it anymore, but this is all Stylecraft Special DK, and I'm just using a 4mm hook. That's what the pattern recommends. There's 2 hook sizes in the pattern, and I'm not sure what, there's a 4 and then there's a 3.5. I assume the 3.5 is going to be for the border, because what happens with this, it's overlay mosaic crochet, which I've never done before. This is a very good pattern to teach me though, because it is a very, very involved pattern with a lot of pictures. You do 1 row at a time, so you snip your colour at the end of each row. I know that some people don't do borders on them and just leave these as fringes, but in the pattern it gives you, it's like an envelope border to put that on it. I think it's like patterned on the front and plain on the back, maybe. Can't remember. I need to look it up. But there we go. That's my first 16 rows done. I'm doing 8 rows a day, and that will get me the blanket finished and the border finished by the end of the month. So doing it in little manageable chunks. The rows still take quite a long time because it's a lot of back loop crochet, but it's fun to do, and it's so much fun, like seeing the pictures appear and see there's a little patterning in between the Santas as well. And you see on the pattern, see we've got the Santas down here, and then we've got snowflakes, we've got a little pattern here, and we've got snowflakes, we've got snowmen, we've got robins, we've got the big massive ho-ho-ho across the middle. But in the pattern she does tell you how to do all these as placemats, as table runners, so you can move them around. And yeah, it's a nice little pattern to do. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. I'm glad that I decided to pick that up. And the other long-term project that I'm doing over the month is my socks. Well, the sock tube. So this is, I think yesterday I only had a bit of the cuff. So I don't know if you could see, in this creamy colour there's little flecks of the green and the red. And all I'm doing, it's a 64 stitch sock, and I've just done 10 rows of ribbon, and then I'm just going to knit until the end and then do 10 rows of ribbon at the other end and then chop it. Let's get this the right way in. So this is West Yorkshire Spinners, and the colour, if we're going to focus today, no, maybe, oh there we go, the colour is Candy Cane. It was a Christmas colourway from a couple of years ago. I don't know if you can still get it. As far as I know, they only do the colourways for that year, for the season. But you might be able to pick it up somewhere else, maybe on a D-stash or something. It's really nice. This is how it works up. I'm literally just going to knit a tube. There's not a lot else to say. I'm doing it on 2.5mm needles. On my Knit Pro Novas. No, these are not Novas. What are these ones? I can't even remember now. I don't know. They're 2.5mm anyway. Right. So I'm trying to like not keep you for ages, but I'm also trying to not rush through everything as well. My cross stitch that I'm doing, this is as far as I got. Got holes. If you have ever stitched on Black Ada, you will understand why it's not the speediest thing in the world. That's what the pattern's going to be. This is a dimensions kit. I got this, oh gosh, I've had this for a long time, and I've always kind of put it off because it's on Black Ada. But I really want it because I think it's nice. So that's why I put it in my Christmas in July pile. And if I just do a little bit every day, then it will be done by the end of the month, along with everything else. I do have a finish today though. My snow, now I'm going to show you the picture first. It's from this book, which is King Cole Christmas Crochet Book 2 by Zoe Halstead. And these are some of the rest of the patterns in the book. If you were here yesterday, you would have seen my very pitiful start on a snowman. I had a little snowman bum about this size. Going from the bottom up, then you make his head. And this is what he's supposed to look like. And the pattern calls for being done in King Cole Glitz. It's a King Cole book, so all the yarn recommended in here is King Cole yarn. But the joy of making things is you can just use whatever you have. So I decided to use cotton, use up a ball of white cotton that I had. So this is what it's supposed to look like. And this is what mine looks like. He's got a little needle felted nose. He's got little kawaii eyes. He's made with the white cotton, and I gave him little stick arms rather than little crocheted ones. Partly because I was running out of, oh gosh, focuses, sorry. Hello. Right. Partly because I was running out of the white. I didn't know if I would have enough of the white left. But partly because I think he just looks cute with little wooden arms, and that's how you make a snowman. Have him in the garden, you put a couple of sticks in the side. So, yeah, and I made him a little scarf. I was going to do some buttons down the front and make him a little hat as well. I might still make him a little hat, but I don't think he needs the buttons on the front. But yeah, there's my little snowman. I think he's absolutely adorable. He does sit up. You have to like flatten his bum a bit. I didn't weight him, which, like, hindsight being 2020 and all that, I maybe should have weighted him. But the needle felted nose, I literally just rolled a cone and poked it with the needle felt needle. It's the joys of having multiple crafts is I've got a lot of stuff lying around. So yeah, it's my little snowman. He's going to go in my little Christmas pile. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I did find, while I was finding out the felt and fluff, I did come across these two things. We have this little Christmas decoration and this little Christmas penguin. So I might maybe do one of these next. And these are just, I got these off like AliExpress or something ages ago. Just tiny little kits. And I think it was like a mystery bag of 5 little kits. So yeah, there was 2 Christmassy ones in that, so I might do one of these next, just as a little change. And then I'm not sure, I'll be carrying on with my socks, I'll be carrying on with my cross stitch, and I'll be carrying on with my blanket. So I'm going to try and do a little bit more than the 8 rows tomorrow, but the rows do still take quite a long time, even though I know what I'm doing now, because it's all back loop crochet. Well, it's not all back loop, it's back loop, and it's difficult. You work into like the row below, so you'll do like a row of back loops, and then on the next row you do some back loops, and then some of them, like to get these bits that drop down, you double crochet into the front loop of the row below where you had already stitched into the back loop, so the front loop is free. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. Get the pattern explains it way better than I do. It's I don't think I said it's £7.95 for the pattern. It was released as a cal, so it was released in parts, but now you get it just all on one page, not on one page, on one pattern. The actual pattern is 40 something pages long, so there's a lot of information on there. And the way that she's done it as well is, instead of having separate things for UK and US terms, she's given you a little table that's given you the terms that she's going to use and what the equivalents are for UK and US. So she just uses one set of terms all the way through, and you just pick whatever. I mean, I can use both, but I preferred US terms because that's how I learned. But yeah, I think that's me. So I will be back tomorrow, and let's see what I managed to get done before then. Right. Oh, if there is anything in particular that anybody wants to see me make that's Christmassy, I do all kinds of crafts. I crochet, obviously. I crochet, I knit, I sew, I quilt, I embroider, I cross stitch. I will give anything a go. So if there's anything in particular that you want to see during these Christmas vlogs, let me know, and I shall see what I can do. Okay, right, we're on 12 and a half minutes now, so I'm going to go, and I'll see you tomorrow.